Okay, Barbara, let's set the scene. Where are we?
We are here in Oakville at the Municipal Greenhouses. It's not a very big greenhouse, but it is just lovely.
Oh, they have beautiful things in here. And Barbara, you know the lovely thing? You can smell the earth.
I know, it's wonderful.
And when it's 3 feet of snow outside, I think it's a really nice thing.
It's a tonic, Helen.
It is, yes.
It's an absolute tonic. So we've just come from the freezing cold, and I thought I'd just take you around the greenhouse so we can take a look. And the reason why, this is a fun thing to do.
Yes.
It's horribly cold, and we will take a shot of it outside so you can just see how miserably snowy and cold it is. And another thing, Helen does not have any houseplants, and I'm horrified. So we're going to I'm going to get her in the mood. We're going to have a look around
absolutely.
and show her a few things. And
so this is what you do when you have a municipal greenhouse or botanical gardens. We did this in the summer. You just kind of look to see, you can learn what things are and how you might use them.
Quite often they're labeled, so if you like it. And many of these things are readily available at the store. So let's have a look.
Let's see what we can get for me, some ideas. What's this with the nice bright leaves?
Helen, this is I believe this
I think you have something like that in your garden.
Not quite. I think this is like a croton. I don't know if this is one or not. But this is for somebody who has a lot of light.
Ah, okay.
So probably not for your apartment.
Not for me, okay.
Helen's apartment is very standard apartment in town. She's got a lovely big balcony, so she doesn't get as much light.
It's long and narrow, and the light source is at one of the short ends, so you don't get a lot of light inside the apartment.
It can be a little bit on the dull side, but it doesn't mean that you can't have plants.
Right. The orchids are just absolutely stunning, and they're all over this hothouse. Can I have an orchid? Can I get an orchid?
Absolutely, you can have an orchid.
Okay.
And the wonderful thing is they're not expensive, and they bloom for
really?
weeks.
And you always kind of think of orchids as being some expensive.
Well, they used to be, Helen. They truly
really?
did.
Is that it?
So many more growers are growing them. They become so much more popular. So it's a wonderful plant to have. This one's I believe it's a phormium. And this is something that grows nicely in the house, and also you could put out on the balcony.
If you like that sort of thing.
If you did like, and some people
do. It's not my cup of tea, but some people might think it's lovely.
And the reason why people do like things like this is gives you a little bit of height in the center, and then you might have something hanging over the side.
Ah, okay. So I could see that. Maybe with a different plant giving the height.
Exactly. We've got a Dracaena here, which lots of people, they just call it a spike, and they put it in the center, and they would have geraniums around
it, right. And what do I see here? A hyacinth.
They must have forced the hyacinths.
They forced it. Just, you see now, this is a new term to me. But when I heard that, I didn't realize that I had, in fact, done it.
You had. You are in the process of doing it.
The whole thing about putting them in the fridge is part of the forcing process.
Instead of putting them outside, where they would normally be in the ground for months and months, we're forcing them to go through their period of rest, sending down roots and shoots and blooming in a much smaller period of time. So this is why they call it forcing. All right, we've been walking around here, and I had lost Helen for a moment. She is standing next to this beautiful plant.
I've really fallen in love with this.
Well, and Helen, this is a plant that we will go find. I believe it's called Silver Shield. We'll double check.
So I can actually have this?
You can have this plant, and the nice thing is, once we've got one, we can make lots of them. The trick is if it has a square stem.
And it does.
This
is something that was new to me, and I think that's good to know.
Any plant with a square stem, you generally can make more of very easily. So let's go off to the store, and we'll go.
See if we can get one of these.
We will. Let's go.